That brings us to the end of the sessions and presentations in this conference. I request all the participants to fill the feedback link. On behalf of Wilson College, I welcome you all to the finale of National Conference on Vibrant Theme Scientific Approaches for Sustainable Environment, organized by all science departments, Wilson College, in collaboration with University of Mumbai, sponsored by Organica Biotech. As it's customary, all good things come to an end. On this note, we will proceed with the valedictory function. This conference would not have been possible without constant support and encouragement from our principal ma'am, Professor Dr. Anna Pratima Nikalji. Ma'am is working as principal of Wilson College in Mumbai since 25th September 2018 and as a secretary of John Wilson Education Society since July 2021. Previously, she has worked as professor and head of Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry at Y.B. Chavan College of Pharmacy, Aurangabad. She is MSc PhD in subject of organic chemistry and also PhD diploma in intellectual property rights law. Her teaching experience is 34 years. She has published 129 international research papers of high impact and presented in 68 international and national conferences, 7 international and 1 national books. She has been granted 2 patents by Government of India. She is a PhD guide. Her area of research is green chemistry, synthetic organic chemistry, drug designing, docking studies, and synthesis of bioactive heterocycles. Ma'am has guided 8 PhD students, 6 are currently working, and guided 35 M-Pharmacy students. She is trainer of teachers and resource person for SAM program of UGC's capacity building of women managers in higher education. She has major research projects of UGC, travel grants, and many academic and research awards to her credit, such as Valuable Contribution Award for Excellence in Education by Christy Sevak Federation, highly effective principles in Maharashtra Award for Excellence and Leadership in Education, Bharat Ratna Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Award in 2022, Professor Indira Parikh Women in Education Leaders Award by World Education Congress, Professor P.B. Punjabi Award for Outstanding Contribution to Research in Chemical Science by Association of Chemistry Teachers, Community Leader Award in 2019 by CASI Government of India, Government of Maharashtra, Devang Mehta National Education Award for Women in Educational Leadership Awards, Erasmus Penn Research Excellence Award, Dr. R.V. Patel National Innovative M-Farm Thesis Award, and Best Innovation Research Guide Award in 2011-12. Dr. P.D. Sethi Best Research Paper Certificate of Merit Award in 2010 and again in 2012. Best Paper Presentation Award and Scholarship of €500 at International Symposium HPLC 2007, Belgium. She is recipient of gold medal and other 6 awards as university topper at her graduation. She is receiver and editorial board member of many reputed international journals. I request our principal ma'am and convener of the conference, Dr. Anuradha Pensi ma'am, to reveal the first physical copy of proceeding of this conference.
All the conference members, please come. Hurry up, please come. Get that. Hey. ते झाल्यावर ना एक फक्त रिक्वेस्ट करेल. And then all the committee members, please come. Hurry up. Sir, yeah. Are you part of Radhika? You're part of committee. Advisory committee. You are advisory committee. Please, yes, Radhika. All advisory, organizing, secretaries, everybody has to be on the dais. Please come.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Please come. Please come.
राधिका मैडम लगे. राधिका मैडम तुम्ही या. तुम्ही जाओ.
We're very happy that considering the entire effort has paid off. To the last moment, we got so many abstracts, but everybody worked day and night, and this is possible. Yes, on time. So we are really very happy that is there. So a big kudos to all the team members.
Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am. If any participant wants to share their feedback regarding this conference, then you can I request convener ma'am to come to. If any of the participant wants to share their feedback, they can unmute themselves and share their feedback.
Those who are presenting papers today, they can share their views. Two teachers, young teachers.
Anybody from your audience who are here? Anybody can share? Hello, those who are with us online, anybody wants to give a feedback about anything that you liked or what you feel we need to improvise, we are welcoming everything. It's an open platform, please. There is one participant. Yes, we welcome. Please.
Good evening. Yes, so it was a wonderful conference. I have also been part of this conference. There are different areas have been covered. Especially yesterday's lecture and today's talk. If you have seen mathematics, then microbiology, chemistry, and all of them talk about the how we can effectively to do our research work towards sustainable environment. So, but looking at the oral and presentation that has been done, I think it is quite. I think we need to. I personally, because it's a, you have given a good platform to present this work, but some of the students are from maybe they may be starting their career, research career, but the research, some presentations were not that much, means they have not even did the, actually they not did the research work as a resource. Such presentation must be somehow, we need to, even though one we can say that we are giving platform, but such presentation in a national conference must be somewhere. Initially itself we might have what we can screen it, and then only it must, I felt like that. The other thing is that judging was very nice, but if students, even though they have not did research work, I personally believe that many places have seen that we try to encourage the student that, okay, this is good, you had made some attempt, but as a part of a national conference, when it comes, I think if students make mistakes, we must openly discuss that this is not the way, or there are yeah, I have not done, because I felt like that the oral presentation we might have a little bit carefully did or something, and rest of them I felt that especially the organizing committee was very nice. All the problems faced by the participants were very nicely, very correctly, very well they have handled it, and I am also very happy to be in the part of this conference, especially starting itself. I felt that as a college like Wilson, which I would mention that you already established before Mumbai University, we as a researcher also expect much more ahead than any other, maybe any other institution that might have established after maybe national institute as well. So in that way, it have motivated a lot. It has encouraged us to do research work, and I hope that in coming days you will also give some collaborative work. I hope that college will take some initiative in that direction. And I am really thankful to Principal Ma'am and all the organizer for organizing such a wonderful conference. Thank you very much.
Hello, Mr. Moses. That has been noted, but let me tell you, the committee has been split into groups, and as we have said, only the screened abstracts will be sent up for proceedings. But we had decided that most of the PG and PhD scholars were giving their presentations here. So obviously they've been guided by their mentors, and therefore it was a platform for them to present their work, get a discussion, let there be an intersection between ideas, and let's see what if. So with that pure intention, the college and the committee had decided this. However, let me tell you, Ms. Moses, that we have screened and not sent anything and everything in the e-proceedings, only which was really good. And we had people with whom we were in consultation for that on our advisory boards also. So don't worry, we have noted that and it has been taken care of that. I can assure you I'm part of the entire committee. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The e-copy of the abstract book shall be sent to all the participants within next 2 to 3 days. I would like to now call upon
Currently, I'm traveling in the bus, and so I send my feedback here. This is a very wonderful conference. We learn so many things in terms of sustainability and also gain the knowledge about the SDH goals in different areas. Thank you so much, Wilson College and all the professors. I would also like to thank Abhijit sir for giving us the opportunity to present our work in this wonderful conference. Thank you. Okay, so there are a lot of feedback which has come on the chat box.
So it was a well-organized conference, very informative, lucid, with technical sessions. Okay, can not unmute at this time, hence shared through chat. I am able to unmute, wanted to give the feedback is another one. It is a wonderful organization, good conference, varied fields covered. Also during presentations, the identity of the participant should have not been revealed. Okay. Participants can speak. Please take over.
Good evening. I'm Tanaz Asha from Sophia College. I think it was a very wonderfully organized 2-day workshop and session. A lot of different areas got covered. And I attended the chemical sciences session yesterday and today the interdisciplinary session. I was amazed to see yesterday that SYBSE students were giving their research work, which was fantastic. So I think the college has given a platform not only to PhD scholars and PG students, but also taken care of the young, growing undergraduate mind. So I think it was a wonderful step taken by Wilson College. All the best to you all for organizing some more sessions like this. And thank you very much for the lovely 2-day session. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Does anybody want to say anything? As we said, in every event, there are all positive points and there are few negative also, but we should be open to all so that it helps us to improvise. So thank you, Team Wilson College. Very good experience, well-organized conference, lot of different areas covered. Thanks for giving opportunity to present research work. Nicely organized, excellent resource person. Thanks to the team of Wilson College. This has come from Dr. Pujani from Solapur. Enjoyed our 2 days. Thank you, ma'am. Anybody wants to talk, we can unmute. We can give you a chance to speak.
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes, ma'am.
It was a very nice experience. I would like to thank all the organizing team. They've put such a wonderful effort in having the handling of the whole conference, wherein there were sessions online, offline, and going around that all in with other Zoom meetings for all the other what do you say, for all the other sessions, and the technical sessions also were handled very well. We were able to learn more from the others, the technical sessions, wherein apart from our field learning for example, I'm from chemistry, so from our field, how in various ways we can apply the sustainable development in and we can have a collaborative work, how we can go ahead with it. So thank you.
Thanks, madam. These words, these words of encouragement are also supportive for us, because as you all realize that a conference of this level, it's like a mammoth task. With all our routine work going on at all different levels, NEP, autonomous, all of us are in the same boat set. And the entire team has worked hard for many months. And therefore, such a kind of a few words is really an encouragement to the team. Again, we say that we apologize if there has been a small correction error from our side, and we are always willing to correct ourselves, but thank you.
Hello. Excuse me. Hello. Hello.
Hello, yes, sorry. I was on mute, sorry. Yes, what is it you would like to say?
Shall I give feedback, ma'am?
Okay, I think we could take 1 or 2, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, myself, Dr. Pranita Gulhane from Department of Microbiology, Shivaji Science College, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Yes, I really wanted to give feedback in this conference and was trying from some time to get unmute because really very much well organized conference by online mode. This is the conducted and well organized conference, because it is not a joke to conduct 2 days online conference along with time management, and the technically everything is, because it has most of the time if we have to conduct 1 hour webinar, then also we are posing lots of disturbances in the internet facility and likewise. But here it is observed that everything means the internet connectivity was very much excellent, as well as the time management was very much excellent, because I thought that by conducting by the offline mode as compared to this online mode, had several months preparation and several hands together have put their efforts into it. Honestly, ma'am, thankful to all the organizing committee of Wilson College, to Honorable Principal ma'am and all the organizing committee members, that the conference is very, very well organized, and we people are really learn from such things, that how could online conference should be organized. So thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And at this juncture, I'll fail in my duty if I do not give the credit to the three people, Aaron, Shriram, and Karthik, who are our own IT students of TY. And I would like them to come here so that people will know who they are, because they have managed, students of TY BSc IT have managed our entire show. And let me tell you that this has really been like a big boost for many other students. We in our college promote these kind of things. So they have learned and they have organized. Shriram, Karthik and Aaron, please come here for 1 minute. And I think we should give them a big round of applause because they deserve it. Had it not for them.
Yes, ma'am. Really a very good round of applause for this technical support system from our side. Really, thank you.
Thank you, all three of you. Thanks a lot. We also have two staff members who also were working hard along with them. Shubham sir from Department of Physics, Shubham Maurya, and we have Shekhar Devadar from Physics. So I think the credit first went to my students, but also the staff members also need a little applaud, please. Thank you. Now, I think, shall we move on with the proceedings now? You may also give your feedback in the chat box because we need to move on with our rest of the valedictory function. So with this, I think you keep on posting your comments and we will take it up later. So we'll just help you.
From internal team, I would like either Dr. Jamson or Abhijit, who have been attending international conferences, to speak a few words so that acts as a something like some improvements that we need to have, because both of them, they have been attending conferences at the global scenario. Dr. Jamson has moved since I came. I think 5 years he has gone to 5 different countries. So
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, congratulations to Anuradha ma'am, principal ma'am, and the whole organizing committee for putting up the show so successfully. Secondly, I was very happy listening all the speakers who were there. We can make an attempt in the next time to get the speakers from different parts of the country. So it will be much better, and we can tap the people, those who are really, really very good. Though these all speakers were very good, but according to me, I think we can go ahead with that session. We should, I appreciate the first comment, though it was negative for us, but I appreciate that we should have somewhere some restrictions for, to put forward our best. This is not to, I mean to say, to just put us down, but to improve upon. So next time we can also have this thing in mind. And secondly, I think all of us were very, very good. We should involve each and everybody, those who are present here, and we should give chance to our undergraduating students, because what I have seen nowadays, many engineering students as well as graduating students, those who are doing research project, they should also be given a chance. So rather than keeping, three winners, we can, segregate their categories, the undergraduates and then the research scholar for the best presentation. And that way, I think we will get more response also for our conference. So once again, many, many congratulations, Anu ma'am. It was really a wonderful show, and all of us have enjoyed and very nicely maintained. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamson sir. But this entire credit goes to the entire team. And we had speakers from different parts of India. As you know, we had from Goa, we had from Nagpur, we had come from different parts. So we had a mixed resource person, some from within the city and some also from outside Mumbai, it means outside Maharashtra also. So we have taken care of that. Abhijit sir.
I would now call upon the stage Mr. Bandu Konde, Head of Department of Botany, Wilson College, for summarizing the conference.
Good afternoon. Am I audible to all of you? Good evening to all of you. Respected Principal Madam, respected convener of the conference and all the participants present here. It's a technical job of having a summary of the conference. This was a 2 days conference, interdisciplinary conference on scientific approaches for sustainable environment, organized by science departments of Wilson College Autonomous in collaboration with University of Mumbai. Hello. In collaboration with University of Mumbai, and it was sponsored by Organica Biotech. Day 1 was hosted by Miss Candida Silvera, who had a kind of ice-breaking introduction of the conference, followed by a prayer which was led by our Reverend Arpana Rangaya, followed by national anthem, which was led by Dr. Ashish Uzgare. Later on, there was a felicitation of the guest on the dais at the auspicious hands of the principal, followed by the felicitation of principal by the convener of the conference. After felicitation, there was a principal's address. Principal Madam explained about the history and the legacy of Wilson College as an educational institution. She also mentioned about the contribution of the institution before establishment of Mumbai University. She also mentioned about different academic and the other social achievements of the institutions like the NAC grades, DBT grant, and some other awards by the University of Mumbai and state government. She touched upon a broad spectrum of the environmental issues, and she also mentioned about the sensitivity of the institution towards the social and the environmental issues. Towards the end of her speech, she mentioned about the need of gathering of the experts and the researchers together to address such kind of the environmental issues. Followed by principal address, there was a convener's speech, convener's address, Dr. Anuradha Pense. She mentioned about need of such themes to have the conference upon. She also mentioned about the objectives of the conference. She mentioned about the existing environmental issues at local as well as global level. And at the end of her speech, she mentioned a point that we should have a kind of responsible behavior in order to attain the sustainable goals. We had the chief guest, Dr. Madhav Rajwade, Principal of Sathe College and Associate Dean of Science and Technology, University of Mumbai. In the beginning of his address, he had best wishes for the institution, participants, and the organizers. Fortunately, when he mentioned that he was also a student of Wilson College, it was a different high in the crowd of the audience, because having a chief guest for such kind of conference, and that too a ex-student of the institution, is itself a big thing. He appreciated the theme of the conference. Later on, he mentioned about some of the global issues, the geopolitical issues, and he also mentioned about the historical aspects of the climate change overall. He also mentioned about the role of India while dealing with this kind of environmental issues. At the end, he had formal best wishes on behalf of University of Mumbai. The keynote address was given by one of the leading scientists from the sponsors institution, Dr. Ganesh Kamath. The introduction was done by Dr. Anuradha Pense. He mentioned about the whole concept of the sustainable environment. Then he mentioned about the activities of Organica Biotech, which are in alignment of the sustainable development in the field of health, hygiene, agriculture, food sector, bioremediation, and the allied areas. He mentioned two important things. Practicing sustainability is more important than having knowledge of sustainable development. And he also made a point through some of his case studies that it's always more profitable to be sustainable, because most of the time we are under impression that the sustainability is at cost of something, but he made a point that being sustainable is also being profitable. We had technical session 1 by Dr. Sushanta Kundu. The topic of his session was Why Waste Waste. It was chaired by Dr. Anuradha Pense. Dr. Kundu mentioned about the history of Indian farming and use of fertilizers compost. He mentioned about different issues related to soil. Then he also mentioned about a broad spectrum additives and the products what their institution has developed in order to address the soil related issues. The issues like straw burning in Punjab and Haryana, the issues like burning of trash in most of the sugar belts of India, all those issues that Excel Innovation Company has settled all those issues through their research activities. He also mentioned about the patents of the institution and shared some success stories of the institution. Through the question and answers of this session, it was reflected that he was an in-depth researcher, he was a very seasoned researcher, and his approach towards problem solving was really different. We know that there are two types of research, the fragile and futile research, and the fruitful and the concrete research. His research was from the second category. Certain research activities create kind of delusions, and his research activity was giving some kind of directives in the field of sustainable development. Technical session 3 was by Dr. Gunjan Prakash from ICT. This session was chaired by Dr. Radhika Birmole. It was based on biotechnology-based products and processes. Dr. Gunjan Prakash mentioned about 17 goals of sustainable development as per United Nations. She also mentioned about the challenges while attending these goals. And then she had mentioned about different categories of the biotechnology, especially red biotechnology, blue, white, and green biotechnology. She also mentioned about how biotechnology is helping for upscaling of the economies of many nations, and that is how biotechnology is becoming more popular in the field of research with respect to sustainable development. She made a point that each and every goal mentioned by United Nations, the 17 goals, is directly or indirectly connected to biotechnology application. Her emphasis was more on the industrial biotechnology, and during that mention of the industrial biotechnology, she mentioned about one metaphor that industrial biotechnology is like valley of death, because in industrial biotechnology, you have to pass different barriers like government rules, red carpetism, various kind of capital issues, acceptance in the societies and all. That was day 1. The posters and presentations that I will mention at the end collectively for day 1 and day 2. Day 2 was hosted by Dr. Pooja Sindhe from Botany Department. She had again a brief review about the day 1 sessions, and she also welcomed the participants in day 2. Technical session 1 was conducted by Dr. Vishwanath Patil, the chairperson of Board of Studies, Chemistry, University of Mumbai, and the topic was recycling of lithium-ion batteries for sustainable development. This session was chaired by Dr. Abhijit Kadam, and Dr. Vishwanath Patil mentioned about the wonderful polymers which are used in the field of research with respect to environmental issues. He also mentioned about the nano world and the application of the nanomaterials in various fields like fuels, the treatment of cancer, the health and food sector, the cosmetics, and etc. Dr. Vishwanath Patil made a point that why the recycling of lithium ion batteries is very important, because maybe in coming decade or so, the trash of the ion batteries will be so much that one has to think about that very seriously. And he mentioned that only 5% of the batteries are recycled, and his team and he himself is doing research among that 5% of the population engaged in the recycling of the batteries. During his presentation, he also mentioned in a very simplest manner about the complexities about these batteries, their recycling, the molecular convergence and the degradation and synthesis of some new molecules out of those recycling processes. He also mentioned about the inventions and his research and how it was appreciated at state level and national level as well as through the media, because most of his research was also appreciated in events like Avishkar and Invention. The technical session 2 was conducted by the senior most researcher who is working at MMRDA as a leading researcher, Dr. Vivek Patkar, and the topic was mathematical model gallers for shaping the sustainable development. First time I heard someone from the field of mathematics who was in a very lucid and a very simplest way he was explaining about the very complicated parts of the mathematical models. Dr. Patkar mentioned about 17 goals of the sustainable development, and he mentioned that any such global goal or a national goal, if you want to achieve, you require to have a strategy, you require to have some scientific approach, and for such kind of strategies and approach, the mathematical models play a very basic and primary role in the field of management and planning. He also mentioned for robust governance system to achieve these kind of goals, you always require the mathematical models. He mentioned about different models of mathematics and their applications. He mentioned that every challenge requires a different model, so there is no uniformity in application of these models. Dr. Patkar mentioned about an eye-opener fact that when it comes to achievement of the goals of sustainable development, India is at position of 112, 112 number per India. Top 10 countries are some small countries. It clearly indicates that size of the country and the strength of the country is not enough to achieve the goals. The approach and the initiatives are more important. When there was a question answer session, it was a brilliant session. He was addressing the questions in such a different way, which showed his innovative way to look at these kind of the issues. Technical session 3 was by Dr. Narsingh Thakur. The session was chaired by Dr. Jameson Massey. The title of the session was Sustainable Utilization of Marine Living Resources. Dr. Thakur mentioned about the structure of the oceans with respect to different zones. He also mentioned about the distribution of the living resources. Then he also mentioned about the value of the living resources in the bioprospect industry and in the environmental issues, and the activities of National Institute of Oceanography, whatever his team and his department, whatever activities they are doing with respect to utilization of these resources for sustainable development that he had mentioned. Technical session 4 was by Dr. Anil Gore. It was about sustainable hydrogel for wastewater or water treatment. This session was chaired by Dr. Harishchandra Parbat. Dr. Anil Gore mentioned about distribution of water, sources of water pollution, and he mentioned one point which I like, that one has to change a perception to look at wastewater. He said that wastewater is not a problem. Wastewater is a kind of opportunity. It has to be treated as a resource through which we can generate so many useful things, maybe in the field of fertilizers, compost, agriculture, for getting some kind of secondary, tertiary products by doing a treatment. And during this talk, he mentioned about the role and the importance of the hydrogels, especially produced from the naturally available material as well as which are synthesized chemically. In day 1 and day 2, we had total, before that, I should mention about the total number of the participants of the conference, which will tell you about the size of the success of this institution. The total number of participants was 328. Out of this, 325 from India, 3 from abroad. International registrations also we had. We had representatives from 11 different states, which also indicates that it was a cross section of the country having a good response from various sectors of India, the participants I'm talking about. Total oral presentations were 134, total poster presentations were 33, and these oral and the poster presentations were from 3 different areas: the life sciences, the chemical sciences, and the interdisciplinary sciences. 8 distinguished judges across Mumbai University had played an important role in evaluating these presentations in a very sincere and objective manner, and that is how the presentations went on both the days, day 1 and day 2. With this, I finish with my technical part of summarizing the conference. If there is anything important missing from my side, forgive me, Convener Madam, and we can cover it in the later on final report of the conference. Thank you very much.
No, that was an excellent summarization of the 2 days. All details in precise way were mentioned. Thank you, Bandu sir.
Thank you, Bandu sir, for such a wonderful summarization. A conference of this capacity with such overwhelming response would not have been possible without constant support and guidance of Dr. Praful Randive sir, who is Head of Research and Development, Organica Biotech Private Limited. Organica Biotech have been our sponsor for this conference. I request Dr. Randive sir to express his views and thoughts.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Hello. Yeah, am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. And I respected Principal Madam and Principal Madam and all the organizing committee of this conference. I really appreciate the efforts made by this. And you are at the valedictory function. I was present in the inaugural function, and I hope that this conference went very well. I got a chance to listen to a few of the speakers, and in fact, it was really great knowledge which has been acquired by the students and the staff. I must thank Pense Madam when she called me first that we are the Wilson College is organizing this event. And that was the interdisciplinary conference. It was the first time which I had. I just happened to see that such conference is being held at a interdisciplinary level where all the different departments got involved. And of course, if you see this environment is a topic, it's a very important topic, and it is actually overlapping subjects. When you talk about environment, we cannot just talk about only biotech or only chemistry. Okay, and all the speakers which were selected, I mean, they have had a versatile knowledge and they were from different fields. So I think this I must thank Principal Madam and Pense Madam for inviting us for the valedictory and as well as the inaugural function. And we being a part of a company who are into the environmental sustainability, we got an opportunity to showcase our technologies in front of the students and the participants. And I thank organizing committee for inviting us for this conference. Now, looking at this success of the conference, like when you talk about any conference, what is the success of that conference? So I must say that first of all, it is a very wonderful topic where all the disciplines were involved. In fact, even the mathematics department, and there were topics on mathematical modeling also. So if you talk about success of the conference, that yes, there were different thought processes. I think all the students and the faculty members and everyone was exposed to a different variety of thought processes in the field of environmental sustainability. And I feel as a researcher, I mean, we are all scientific communities. We are a researcher and scientific communities in different fields. So what we should take this message from this conference is just the environment is a very important topic. We need to act efficiently. So as a researcher, as a scientific community, as a student, or as a faculty member, what we should do is that this conference has given us a thought process. It has inculcated some thought process that we should think about this kind of a process where we can develop some new processes, you can develop some new products, and we can think about the sustainability, and we can contribute how best we can contribute in the sustainable development. So I think this message was very clear. We also got some enlightened thoughts wherein a few of these experts have extended their help to even getting the students and helping them in the research field or in the projects. So we, as Organica Biotech, we do encourage students to take part in the projects. We do guide them. So Dr. Thakur also mentioned that in NIO, there are opportunities wherein the students can come and work. So I think this conference has given it has given a chance for the students and faculty to interact with the industry and other institutes, wherein you can have a collaborative research. We can come out of your shell and then talk to the experts, get their guidance, and do some collaborative work to make this sustainable goals. I think a lot of speakers talked about circular economy. So I think it's a very important topic nowadays, and then everyone should think about circular economy. So when you talk about circular economy, it's not just the 3 R's which you're talking about, the reduce, recycle, reuse, and regenerate, but it also talks about that what you produce, what you think, what you act is always going to contribute for the sustainability of the environment. As you would have seen a talk by our director, Dr. Kamath, he also mentioned about the different aspects of the environmental sustainability. So when you talk about even wastewater, just I want to add that when you talk about circular economy, even the industries are now thinking about not just treating the wastewater, but you're talking about a concept of ZLD, that is zero liquid discharge. That means every company should come up with the processes wherein they can generate the product, they can generate the effluent, but they can treat the effluent, and they can treat the effluent or waste in such a way that the complete waste is being utilized or recycled, and there is a zero waste generated. I think that will be the success of this industrial processes. And this conference has really given us a thought, and it has inculcated a thought in the minds of the students and faculty that yes, we should, through our research, we should really contribute for the society and for the environment, and we can generate the processes, we can generate the products for the sustainable environment. I think this is a message I think we should take, all of us, from this conference. I'm really happy to be a part of this conference, and we are really happy to be in this session and interact and interacted with the students, and we are happy to extend our whatever help extended in the field of scientific community to the students and faculty. Thank you, Principal Madam, thank you, Pense Madam, and thank you, the organizing committee, for involving us in this conference. And yes, definitely, we are always there to help you out, whatever way, the scientific community, whatever way we can help to your students, we will do it. Thank you once again. Thank you. It was a wonderful conference. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I also take this opportunity to thank you profusely, because it was through your contact that we could build up such a good networking, and the mission or the aim of the interdisciplinary conference was successful. We not only got resource person from different areas, but doing intersectional work, but also we got resource persons from industries. We are very strong at academics, but industries we are lagging behind. And now we are going to take an opportunity that now we got exposed to the kind of good people around us who are willing to collaborate with us. And that's the need of the hour. I think all science departments will take advantage of this. And all the science department will contact these people, work on projects, because that is what is going to be their future. And as we always say, that we don't think just for ourselves, we think for the new generations to come. So I think the college, the entire team owes you a big thank, because it was not for you, we would have not got such a good resource person on a platform. Of course, there are contributions from us also, but mainly I owe it to you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It was my pleasure. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time to announce the best poster and oral presentations under the category of chemical science, interdisciplinary science, and life science. I request our principal ma'am to announce the winners.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very much pleased to announce the results of 2 days brainstorming session, a true interdisciplinary summit, I should say. And it was a successful indeed. And I hope everyone participated and interacted with people from different fields with fruitful deliberations and interactions. I was listening to all the streams since last 2 days. Sometime I was in interdisciplinary, sometimes in chemical sciences, sometimes I was in microbiology. So very good deliberations and paper presentations were there, including one I remember in the interdisciplinary. It was some ethnoculinary project. The lady spoke about some 14 shark that they cook in Bengal. So even that kind of knowledge was shared on this platform. So now the time and the moment for excitement for prize winners. There are different categories: life science, then we have chemical sciences, and then we have interdisciplinary. So in life science category, the best poster presentation, registration number LS PP07.
Thank you.
Wahida Dunisa Chaudhary
Chaudhary.
Dr. Manju.
Thank you so much.
Wahidunis. Best oral presentation, registration number LSOP02, Ingrid Fonseca and Arpana Sete. First prize. They are there online?
Yes, ma'am.
Second prize. LSOP03, MG Ingle and VA Kamble. Congratulations. Third prize, LSO P01, Girdhari SN and Peshwe SA. Congratulations. In chemical sciences, best poster presentation, CSPP03, Dr. Vishal Suryavanshi. Best oral presentations, CSO P12, Abhimanyu K. Yadav. Is this number 1, 2, 3? This is first number. Then CSO P09, Kailash Shinde. And CSO P23, Anjali Tiwari. Then we have interdisciplinary category. Best poster presentation. Is it IS? ISPP01, Miss Pooja Rane. Congratulations. Best oral presentation, ISOP11, Sachin Goswami. Then ISOP12, Amit Kumar Bera, second number. And third number is ISOP10, Mihir Harlekar. So I congratulate all the participants, the winners, and those who are not winners, but they could have learned and they can improve. And in the next conference, they will surely be there as winners. So everyone, congratulations. So I take this opportunity now to congratulate the convener, all the science heads, and the core team that we are working behind. I think since 4 months, I was reading their comments. Every day they were posting this and that and this and that. And they were conducting meetings right from 1:30 in conference room till 5:30. Then I had to call and intervene. Do you need tea? Have you asked for tea? Are you ending now? So such elaborate deliberations, discussions, they lead to a successful event. So that it needed, I know there must be some ups and downs, but with everything we learn. Some people have suggested that names should not be disclosed to participants, just give the numbers. They don't have to read their names because some token numbers have to be given. Also, don't disclose the names of the guides when you are giving a presentation. So that kind of blindfold has to be there. So we will learn and we will evolve as a better institute in terms of scientific conventions and conclaves and conferences. So I wish a grand success and congratulations to all the science departments, their heads, their staff members, and every member, including our IT team and all the grassroots level workers who were working behind the success of this whole conference. A big congratulations. Keep this in your record. And Bandu sir, appreciate your elaborate report. Make it a short and send it to me. Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Principal Ma'am. Congratulations to winners. Feeling gratitude and not expressing them is like wrapping a gift and not giving it. With this word, it's my privilege to stand before you to propose final vote of thanks. On behalf of Organizing Committee of Conference, I sincerely express my gratitude towards our patrons and the members of management of John Wilson Education Society for all their support at all times. I would like to thank our principal ma'am, whose leadership and vision always inspires us to organize such kind of events. I would like to thank our respected chief guest for inaugural session, Dr. Madhav Rajwade sir, Principal, Sate College, for accepting our invitation. We are grateful to our sponsor, Organica Biotech, for sponsoring this conference. I would like to thank our advisory committee for being torchbearer of this event. I would like to mention special thanks to our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Radhika Birmore, for all her support. I would also like to mention my sincere thanks to our all vice principals, Dr. Anuradha Pense, Dr. Ashish Usgare, and Dr. Ajita Kumar. I am thankful to Dr. Anuradha Pense for leading this conference. We are very grateful to have all the resource persons with us. Dr. Ganesh Kamath, Dr. Sushanta Kundu, Dr. Gunjan Prakash, Dr. Vishwanath Patil, Dr. Vivek Patkar, Dr. Narsiha Thakur, and Dr. Anil Gore. I would also like to express my deep gratitude towards our judges, distinguished judges for poster and oral sessions. Dr. Vikrant Berde, Dr. Hitesh Singadia, Dr. M.G. Bodhankar, Professor K. Aruna, Dr. R.A. Taide, Professor Srimant Rathod, Dr. Sangeeta Godbole, Dr. Shivaji Waghmare. Conducting this conference would have not been possible without the zealous effect of co-conveners, that is all science HODs, and organizing committee members and organizing secretaries. I would really like to appreciate the efforts taken by our technical team along with our IT students. Our technical team is Mr. Shekhar Devdar, Mr. Shubham Maurya, and our IT students whose contribution is really a very good contribution. Mr. Shriram, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Karthik. Also, I would like to mention special thanks to Prashant sir for making sure the uninterrupted internet supply. I am thankful to our hospitality team and Mrs. Shubhangi Gavankar ma'am, our librarian, for providing us delicious food. I would like to thank our office and other support staff. Last but not the least, all the dear participants, students and academicians, researchers and consultants, thank you all. Without your presence, the conference would not have been so successful. I sincerely apologize if I miss out any name. Thank you all.
I will just say one thing. There are 3-4 people whose names we should mention, silently doing but diligently working. Srilata, ma'am from IT department HOD, and the 3 students of MSc who have been quietly helping her and making all the things, arranging and keeping them in time for us. Sorry, the staff as well as students. Thank you so much. Okay, now before we declare that the conference is closed, I would like to say that the e-proceedings, shall I go there? The e-proceedings will be mailed. Just give us some time because as you know that this has really taken a toll and we need a little break too. We need a little break. Yeah, so we will be doing it from tomorrow onwards. It will be also uploaded on our website so people can see that. And we will announce it on the WhatsApp group. So please stay with us. Don't leave the WhatsApp group because in the WhatsApp group, we will keep sending notifications about ebook and certificates will also be mailed to the participants. That means those who just attended, those who presented either oral or poster, and even the certificates for the winners. So all will be coming through. Our team will start working from tomorrow on that also. But as you see, the number is large. It is really a huge number, which we really appreciate. Thank you. But give us some time and support us even for this thing. Thank you so much. Yes, and there's very important announcement coming from Dr. Parvat. He's also part of our organizing committee. He said, everybody has to fill the feedback forms. All the feedback form for the sessions have to be filled up, overall feedback form. I would request Briji madam, to whom you by now, all of you know her so well because she is communicating one point of contact. Briji ma'am, please send all the links once again. So if somebody has missed out, they will fill it up because we have made a system where only if all the feedback forms come, automatically the certificate will come. So don't blame us, blame the technique itself. Okay. Thank you so much. And now we declare the conference closed. Ma'am, shall we do that? Okay. So we declare the conference is closed and thank you so much to each one of you, even the audience participants and our hosts, each one of you. Thank you so much.